Tobirama, double face off. Tobirama, double face off. Oh, it's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we live out, put it to work, put it an hour, and see what's our. Love is the ball in my train. Oke, ini kita nge-genshin ya guys ya. Woo. So now. Kira-kira anak siapa dulu ya guys ya? Yunjin apa Ningguang ya? Yes boy. Yunjin yang enak deh guys. Yunjin dulu dong ya, Yunjin harus Yunjin dulu yang enak ya nggak? Yunjin dulu ya nggak? Yunjin dulu ya nggak? Yunjin ya nggak? Yunjin. Yeay waifu halo. Nevin halo Nevin. Yes, kita kencan dulu ya guys ya. Bersama Yunjin ya, dan juga Ningguang. Jadi kencan sama Yunjin dan Ningguang ya guys ya. 2 sekali babon langsung 2 harus nggak terkutuk lah kalau nggak. Happy New Year sama tahun baru dong. Ya aduh, undang-undang ini ya, undang-undang apa namanya? Undang-undang Chinese New Year kemarin udah apa namanya? Udah lewat. Habis ini gua mau main Roblox, menaikin blok 10 lagi. Kalau udah level 400 saya cara petanya. 400 kemana nggak coba? Kan 300 kan volcano kan. 400 kemana itu? Mari kita lihat yang di sini guys ya. Ngebak. Ngebak. Bentar ya kan. Ntar dulu guys. Paimon Bargain sebenarnya. Tar dulu. Siapa nih? Tar dulu. Saya mau kencan, tahu nggak? Sama Yunjin. Bentar. Ini Paimon Bargain tuh nggak ada ini. Itu pengen beli weapon kemarin. Gue kemarin mau beli weapon guys. Beli weapon yang Black Leaf itu buat si Jin. Biar ketinggalan. Pencet normal, pencet abang. Makanya saya lagi ini, tar dulu. Lagi apa namanya? Di nganu. Lu keluar dulu ya, bentar ya. Ntar habis ini habis apa? Habis apa namanya? Habis ini. Sono kencan dulu gitu ya. Pasti ya lu waduh. Kencan dulu nih, sih kan. Lawan. La. Kita kencan dulu pada Yunjin guys ya. Mana toh? Hah? Mana toh? Buktikan nih. Mari kita mulai. Nyanyian penuh keagungan. Nyanyian penuh keagungan. Pergi kemana? Adventurers Guild di Liyue. Ngapain? Yunjin itu opera. Apa hubungannya sama Adventure Guild? Nggak ada ya. Kamu pergi. Terkutuk lah. Berhelikopter aja. Yunjin, I'm coming Yunjin. Si Albido. Pacar kamu tunggu. Pokoknya nggak mau dia sama Albido nya sama Ether. Apa sih bagusnya Ether anjing?
Can't you send someone any sooner? The clock is ticking and I need this resolved ASAP.
I'm sorry, but we don't have any adventurers available at this instant. Your timing is most optimal. Allow me to introduce Yuning, manager of the Yunhan Opera Troupe.
Yuning,
She has commissioned the guild.
Yuning,
Traveler? Ugh, Yunjin is always talking about you. Please, you've got to help us find her. Yep, she's gone and disappeared. Now of all times, just days away from the big performance. All she left was a short note.
Bagi menemukan surat ini, baru-baru ini, aku membicarakan tentang sang dewi dan aku merasa tidak puas. Aku yang pergi ke Linju Pes dan berharap untuk memperoleh sesuatu. Tapi aku pasti segera kembali sebelum malam. Jangan khawatir, Yunjin gak gitu dong. Ini saya pergi sama saya.
If our audience doesn't get to see Yunjin on stage, they'll start tearing the place down. I mean, what am I supposed to do, huh?
That's what I said too, but...
Look, when you're a megastar like Yunjin, you gotta start taking things a little more seriously. Saying she'll be back doesn't give me a whole lot of reassurance when she's showing no regard for her own safety.
Artis bintang 4. Hah? Bannernya bintang 4 artis. Nggak usah artis-artis lah lo kalau bintangnya 4.
Why does she have to go and practice somewhere so dangerous? What if something happens to her? What am I going to tell the audience? Well then, what if she gets into a scrape and hurts herself? If she gets so much as a scratch, it'll be a loss to the whole nation.
As you can see, this is what we're up against. Would you be willing to accept this commission?
Oh, wonderful. Thank the stars. Please, you've got to bring her back.
Demi Yunjin, ya demi Yunjin. Ada liwe ada demi Yunjin. I do this for you, Yunjin only. And the purpose of myself. Linju Pes. Mari kita ke Linju Pes, guys. Nah, situ dekat. Wait. Tar dulu, itu atas apa bawah? Demi Creeper, gue gak tahu kenapa Jun tidak punya shadow self. Nah, itu. That's what I'm asking you. That's what I'm asking you, man. Itu dia kenapa. Kemarin gue nanya, berarti si ini yang gak punya shadow self tuh si Jun kan katanya kan. Gue bilang kemarin, kok si Jun bisa-bisanya gak ini, gak apa namanya, gak punya shadow self. Gak ada rumor beredar Jun. Oh, ada rumor. Ya karena yang ngebuat itu dia sendiri gitu. Makanya gak ada rumor yang beredar, karena yang ngebuat itu dia sendiri. Yunjin, I'm coming, my beloved. My beloved, I'm coming, my beloved. Tunggu, my beloved. I am coming, my beloved. Now that look like a trouble. Buset, Ruin Hunter. Silicrul, buset banyak bener. Jadi lu buat rumor terus kesebar, tinggal kesebar doang itu bakal jadi kenyataan. Makanya mana dia, ha? Oh ini, ngomongin sekali, berani-beraninya mendekati Yunjinku. Bis kena, punyah nanti. Gue punyah lu. Pedes kan? Nasi goreng pedes, wah. Rasain. Ganggu Yunjin gua aja.
Oh, it's you.
Emang siapa lagi? For example, Shadow Maya tadi. Ya, betul. Itu yang ngebut kan si Jun
I
sendiri.
didn't see you there. What brings you all the way up here? Oddly enough, I was just thinking of scheduling a meeting with you later. I didn't expect to run into you here, of all places. Ah, I see. So Yunning sent you. I did tell her not to worry. Oh, but on this occasion, it seems I'm rather lucky you came. You've helped me avert a major catastrophe. It's a pity, though. I was so close to achieving the state of mind that Shenhe was talking about. Do you remember what Shenhe said about the divine damsel fighting against the evil monster?
Enggak.
That in reality,
Karena
she hadn't
nonton gue
acted as
rusak.
courageously
Makanya gue
as
nggak
the
inget.
operatic rendition would have you believe. That it was simply a matter of life and death, and she chose self-preservation.
Bagus tuh. Jadi tadi dia bilang 5 orang jadi Masked Circle terus termasuk Jun, tapi Jun sendiri tidak masuk karena dia masuk ke 5 member itu.
Granted,
Dia kan
she later
jokernya, Pak.
admitted that she preferred the version of events given in the opera, with its portrayal of a divine heroine sacrificing herself for others.
Kan 5 Masked Circle itu kan termasuk Leo terus si Anna, Jun yang 2 lagi yang belum kita ketahuin.
But after giving it a lot of consideration, I think that this character is defined by her emotional complexity and even uncertainty. So the more emotions I can experience for myself,
Salah dia gitu.
the wider range I will have to draw on in my performance. If access to a different state of mind can help me provide a fresh interpretation of the character and her actions, well, surely it will take my
Salah.
acting skills to the next level.
level.
That's why I came here.
Alhasil kesebar. Oh, si
My
itu
plan was to
grup
take it
kita bukan
slowly.
sih?
Start by just dipping my toe in, as it were. But I feel like I was so close to a breakthrough here. You've defeated an ancient god before.
Nah,
How am I
kebentuk dah.
supposed to experience genuine danger
Ya.
if you're here
Yang
with
kita
me?
itu kan, itu harusnya berlima tuh sama Jun. Nah, si
I
jokernya si
suppose I
Jun
had
itu si
better return to
joker.
meet you at
Gitu.
Harbor for now. I'll only end up putting you in an awkward position otherwise. Goodness knows how you'd explain this to Yunning.
Sebenarnya itu Jun
I
sendiri.
wonder whether I
Bener,
have
si
gained
Jun
anything
sendiri.
useful from this trip. I suppose only time will tell.
Cupu semua, males pada tidur. Gembel pada tidur semua. Ayah. Males lah. Pada tidur semua ini channelnya. Masa lah ruin Hunter, lebih susah dong. Ntar Taglia mati langsung. Aduh ya Allah. Gaya gue gitu. Tahu gak sih? Semua itu si Maya, Yukino, sisanya Rijkaard, Masaru, Tatsuya, Ikicha, Marisa.
Can you put a
Tapi kan
few more
Yukino nggak
adventures
dihitung,
on
harusnya
the
kan
list or
Jun
something?
maksudnya.
The clock's still ticking away.
Yukino kan nggak dihitung Pak harusnya. Itu yang dihitung kan harusnya Jun.
They've returned. Yunning, we're back.
Yunjin, are you okay? Are you hurt? Do you need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy?
No,
Masih.
I'm fine. You don't need to worry. When it's time to go on stage,
Enggak kan maksudnya
I'll be
yang
there.
bikin masquerade kan mereka. Jadi yang harusnya ini, yang harusnya apa namanya?
Look, I
Yang
get
harusnya
it. You like to go
berlima
out
itu kan termasuk sama
exploring.
Jun.
That's fine.
Berlima tuh
But
termasuk
do
sama
you
Jun.
really
Karena
have
Junnya
to go
Joker
off
jadi
thrill
punyanya
seeking this
Yukino.
close to the show?
Kalau nggak mas kita
You have
lawan
to take
Shadow
better
Yuki
care of
normal di
yourself,
Scorpio.
okay? For all our sakes, for the opera troupe
That's
and
not
for
fair.
your audience.
That's not fair.
We're just
Semuanya.
lucky we had the traveler to help out. What if something had happened to you, huh? What would I say to our audience,
Well, I would say the best way to make it up to our audience is to give them the best performance we can. Don't you agree? While I'm off stage, as long as there is something, anything I can do to improve my acting ability, even the slightest amount, I can't pass up the opportunity.
You know, Ugh, I don't know what to say anymore. Traveler, please, you tell her.
So, what's your honest opinion? I'm glad you agree. Right, then let's get
Sumpah itu
prepared.
Shadow Yuki no tuh udah terlalu
Hey, hey,
susah kan?
Traveler, get over here. You've only just managed to bring Yunjin back. Now you're taking her straight back out again? What's the big idea? The next show is just days away. Please, if not for me, then for the sake of the opera troupe,
Anak
I'm begging
digodain
you,
loh sama dia.
help me convince her that at the end of the day, she's
Maksudnya
gotta fall
gimana?
in line.
Gak sih dia tuh penggoda coba. Maksudnya gimana gue gak paham.
Well, okay, maybe that's asking the impossible, but at least try and keep her distracted. Please, just keep her occupied until the next show. No more thrill-seeking.
What are you two talking about? If it doesn't involve me, I think I'm going to...
You know what? It does involve you, actually. The Traveler was saying, that,
Shadow Yuki no penggoda. Dia yang pengaruhin anak. Oh,
Come on, help me stall her.
Oh? Well, what do you need from me? You want to become an actor?
You do? Oh, yes, of course he does. He was just telling me that he's interested in exploring his dramatic side and, would like you to give him some coaching.
oh iya dong.
Right, good. Well, let's not beat around the bush. Traveler, your master awaits.
Hold on. I don't know if I'm really ready to take on students yet.
Please, this is the day you've dreamed of, isn't it? You certainly talk about it enough. And look, now he's here, ready and willing.
Okay,
guys,
okay,
bicara
I
soal-
get it. You can stop
Apa?
now.
Persona doyan. Gua baru saja mengupload Mega Man X5. Jadi kalau kalian mau memberikan kritik dan saran silakan saja. Cari ada Mega Man X5 saya. Ya. Yang dimana waktunya agak gitu. Terima kasih. Oh ya, kalau lo gagal dapet prime persona, lo masih bisa evolusikan persona awal lo. Caranya gimana? Itu dia.
I am delighted that you wish to study the performing arts from me. But the issue is, before you could become my apprentice, I'd have to get approval from the founders to do an initiation ceremony. There just isn't time for all that right now. So, for now,
Fusion spell
I'll just
finish.
teach you a few basics. Informally, one friend to another, there's no need to call me master.
Gua nggak tahu maksudnya gimana.
What? Don't you think that's a bit old-fashioned?
Terus fusion spell sampai
Let's
persona
work on that
termuted.
later.
Gua udah buat dokumennya.
Until we settle on an
Nggak, maksud gua,
appropriate title,
Fusion
just
spellnya
call
gue
me by
paham.
my name.
Fusion spellnya gue paham. Cuman yang gue nggak paham itu fusion spellnya yang kayak apa dulu gitu. Berapa banyak? Kan fusion spell pasti nggak cuma 1-2 pak. Maksud gue gitu.
Let's meet tomorrow morning on the bridge by the sea at Feiyun Slope. I'll do my best to prepare a good first lesson for you.
Whew, what a relief.
Ya gue juga pernah sekali waktu pernah. Yang lo bilang itu bener sebenarnya, pernah gue juga pernah. Jadi gue pernah bikin ini, gue pernah pakai Tower Inferno terus-terusan gitu kan. Dan lo tau gak apa yang terjadi pak? Gue dapet itu Volcanus Custom. Dapet Volcanus Custom, dapet ada Mantis Custom sama si itu yang custom siapa? Personal si Ginko yang custom, tiga-tiganya custom. Itu doang. Custom itu. Custom semua kan itu doang sih sebenarnya.
What a view. How about a quick break so I can sketch this beautiful scenery?
Hermes Prime, bukan Hermes Prime. Ada mantis. Hermes Prime, bukan Hermes Prime. Bukan Hermes Prime, Pak, bukan. Jadi custom. Gak ada tuh Hermes Prime. Gak ada yang bilang Hermes apa. Ada mantis. Gue dapet ada mantis, Kak. Jadi dulu pernah sekali waktu gitu kan. Gue pakai fusion spell terus-terusan gitu. Tahu-tahu tuh keluaran custom. Jadi gue dapet Vulcanus custom, Rada Mantis custom, sama satu lagi yang personasi Ginko yang custom. Nah itu, 3 itu doang. Dan itu gue lokasinya masih naikin level di 7 Sister High. Udah 3 tapi posisinya kan. Gue pakai yang custom, gue ini terus pakai fusion spell terus. Tahu-tahu berubah jadi custom. Gue jadi custom. Gue bingung gitu. Kalau gue tulisannya prime, custom. Kalau gue ini namanya custom. Terus ada ininya, ada bacaannya. Vulcanus custom. Ntar ada bacaan apa terus sama jadi Vulcanus custom gitu. Terus skillnya balik lagi ke level 1, kata gue skillnya balik lagi ke level 1, kata gue pas gue liatin. Tunggu. Berapa ekor pigeon yang terbang dari jembatan karena kaget oleh kedatanganmu? Mampus gua. Sebentar. Gue sering medieval, oke? Sebentar. Berapa ekor pigeon yang terbang dari jembatan karena kaget oleh kedatangan lu? Jembatan mana dulu nih? Monster apa liwe? Liwe nggak ada soalnya. Timi, burung timi. Burung timi mah 1. Yang 8 mah ininya. Apanya? Peliharaan. Bismillah.
Close. It was 7. Anyway, the point of this question was to test your powers of observation. Eyes are the medium for the transfer of emotion.
Miss!
You must train your eyes to be bright, active, and strong. Watching the birds fly, hover around, and come into land will not only exercise your eyesight, but also cultivate attentiveness.
Gue mikirnya tuh, kan burungnya si Tim itu kan muter, melingkar gitu kan. Gue mikirnya ini pasti ada 8, soalnya sini 4, 8.
Indeed, my own daily training routine starts right here. I watch the pigeons to train my eyes, and I sing to the tide to train my voice. All in good time. Grasping all the techniques involved in opera singing and posture is not an overnight process. Let's start from the very beginning, with some general theories to help you better understand the concept of performance. Of course, I am in written correspondence with performers from many nations in Teyvat, which has rather broadened my perspective on this topic. For example, let's start with something simple. How would you perform yourself? Try to relive the events of that day when you were battling against an ancient god and fighting off the Fatui. Now, I want you to look
how
at the
do you
ocean
perform
in front
yourself?
of you
Bagaimana
and
caranya
recall
menunjukkan
the
dirimu sendiri
raging
gampang?
waves and the atmosphere of peril from that day.
Tarzan. Dah, tuh caranya.
Take a deep breath. Now, gradually, embrace the scene, immerse yourself in it, and let all the emotions back in. Good. So that's how you felt. Next, I'd like you to focus on the goal you wanted to achieve at that time. Good, yes. Use that. Okay, good. Now, all of this overwhelming emotion is welling up inside of you, and I want you to let it all out.
Fa la la.
Go. Stop. Wrong. This is all wrong. There's no emotion, no soul.
Nice.
Granted, the character you are trying to portray is your own self, but your performance didn't do the scene justice at all. I couldn't hear you fighting for your life while gargantuan waves were crashing all around you. What I heard was the sound of someone doing vocal exercises by the beach on a calm day. Here's the thing. When you're acting, it's not only about getting into character, you also have to recreate the scene in your mind as vividly as you can.
Yes, beautiful. I will.
Now, I appreciate that you did actually experience this particular scene for yourself, but
One more time, beautiful.
maybe conjuring up specific details of your surroundings at the time is a little too advanced for novices. You're right. If we were looking for an environment to help evoke the emotions you felt at the time, I suppose we could try again. A little farther afield, at Guyun Stone Forest. Oh? Too far away? Don't worry, I was just thinking aloud. Besides, even at Guyun Stone Forest, we'd still have trouble recreating the state of the sea that day. Let's try something else. Come with me to the suburbs just north of Liyue Harbor. If you've got no objections, let's head off.
Gila, cepet juga tuh perempuan begini. Wait. Situ rupanya. Tobirama, Tabaleza Faisal. Nanti opera bang? Nggak ada opera bang. Saya kacauin nanti. Berarti gue harus tukar ultimate persona gue dulu. What is your ultimate persona, man?
The battle you fought on the Jade Chamber was a very strange set of circumstances, even for someone like you. It's quite normal that you can't get into character just like that. I know it's hard to recreate every facet of the experience in your mind, but what you could try is to replace the foes you faced in that scenario with ones you are much more familiar with.
Apollo dan kawan-kawan. Oh.
I'll give you an example.
Apollo.
Let's say you're performing a scene where your character experiences the grief and
Apollo.
pain of a death.
It's me.
But you yourself have never experienced this
Rocky
kind of
Balboa.
tragic loss before. Well, you can replace death with another, more familiar scenario that evokes a similar sense of grief and pain for you, such as... you bust a gut trying to find a treasure chest, only to finally reach it and find it filled with cabbages and radishes. Ah, now you're catching on. Action scenes work the same way. Perhaps the experience of facing an ancient god is a challenge to recreate. But if you're replaying the kind of actions you perform every day,
sama.
you just need to
Jangankan di remaster, gue pengen nih si what the fuck is namanya Tatsuya Suo itu ketemu sama Yuna no Kami, Pak. Minimal itu. Kalau enggak masih Minatori 1 dah. Minimal itu Persona Q aja. Itu aja. Gue pengen ketemu. Itu aja. Susah banget sih. Kenapa sih? Pengen nabuk deh.
Come, show me how you normally fight. You can start with monsters.
Masa fancy amat dah grafik. Ya. Kalau nggak fancy namanya bukan Persona tuh, Pak. Musuh di sekitar. Where? Itu lo harus give up dah. I won't give up for that wish. Never. I never give up for that wish, boy.
They're coming. Just do what you normally do in this situation.
Sebenarnya Tatsuya itu ada dua. Dua maksudnya. Dua gimana? Terus si Innocent Sin sama Eternal Punishment ya, Innocent Sin lah, Eternal Punishment nggak jelas itu deh. Innocent Sin lah. Oh shit, miss me boy. Poti Potter. Mana nih? Masya, terus di gedung. Ntar kebacain ntar dulu. Gue lagi on musuh. Allah. Drop aja. Wow, bismillah. Let's go. On down. Two down. Di versi Eternal Punishment yang keulang lagi dari awal. Tapi tasnya sebenarnya nggak ada di sana. Dia ada di Sumaru City yang satunya di mana mayat tuh terlupakan. Oh, berarti ada dunia baru berarti. Shinsekai.
Just like a real adventurer. Let's perform the scene
Itu
again now.
Tatsuya ini siapa
While
itu?
the battle is still
Shadow?
fresh in your mind.
Ya? Nyangkes ke dong.
Look at those red-clad scarecrows. But I want you to see them
Dulu,
instead
bentar.
as those Fatui who brandish the sacrificial knives. Now, let us reenact the battle on the Jade Chamber. It's okay if you can't recall the events clearly. You can just replace them with the movements you are most familiar with. And attack! The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballistas. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
Oke. Lanjut ya guys ya. Lanjutkan saja. Aduh.
Going out into the
Tunjukkan
world and
orang-orang
investigating, turning the unknown into the known. Burst forth.
Nah. Allahu Akbar. Cuma sebelum hancur buat. Aha.
I can't fault your movements in terms of technique, but Fatui are larger than most monsters. I don't think it was a conscious decision, but you were aiming a little too low, and you also didn't strike with enough force. Overall, it was just lacking that sense of being in the heat of the battle. Veteran practitioners of this acting method are able to adjust and embellish their real-life experience enough so that it makes an adequate substitute for the scene they are trying to portray. But adjusting deep-rooted habits to adapt them for the stage, that's no easy task. Still, this was only your first time trying this method, and all things considered, I think you've done quite well. But judging from your movements, I think this next method might suit you a little better. Choreograph every aspect of your onstage performance in advance. Every movement, every facial expression, even your emotions, and rehearse it thoroughly. You can reference existing characters from opera or imitate similar people from your own life. In short, you want to pin down every detail of the character you want to portray in your mind. Well, in your case, what you need to do is imitate your past self. Think of yourself not as you, but as somebody outside this world controlling your every move. It's complicated to explain, but once you give it a try, I think you'll get the hang of it. Okay, how about we start by setting a simple scenario? The Fatui in red want to attack the Guizhong ballista, and the heavyweight guards in blue want to try and stop here. What you want to do is evade all the blows and go straight for the reds.
Sama Jabar. Wah, nggak tahu pak bisa menang red apa enggak ya. Tapi gue gacha senjata sih, dapat senjata sih siapa tuh namanya. Si Zhongli ya Allah.
When you finished rehearsing everything in your mind, Come and find me.
Katanya beneran udah ganti ya, coba kita lihat. Wah belum, saya belum. Dapet gua Vortex Vanquisher 2 biji lagi. Satu mah gua gak masalah. Kesal. Maksudku aneh mau pamer, bukan ente. Oh boleh. Tapi saya kencan dulu sama Yunjin nih. Udah dapet ganyu dia, mantap. Bagus ini coba. Luar biasa Anda. Saya nggak gacha dulu deh. Saya mau gacha Kazuha aja di akun satu yang nanti. Ada tadi sore dapet, tapi nggak aneh live ini. Sibuk kah? Wah, wait, tempat ini bukannya?
Well, have you finished rehearsing? No need to rush. Take your time. I shall guide you with my voice.
Salah nih. Gue salah, harusnya pakai anemo nih. Salah gue sial. Lebih kalau pedang. Oke, nih. Tapi siapapun adalah memorial. Karena waktu itu kan banyak bukan memorial. Karena waktu itu beneran ini nyatanya nggak pengen kali dapat soft 50. Oke berarti. Oh gue yang birunya hancur ya, sial. Gue hancur sama merah, gue nggak baca dong. Bangke.
Well, have you finished rehearsing? Basically, you need to break all the red scarecrows while avoiding the blue ones.
Ah!
No need to rush. Take your time. I shall guide you with my voice.
Dari situ memang red off bagi di bannernya Yoimiya sama Ayaka. Aneh rugi waktu itu kan banner Kazuha nggak ngincer. Sama saya ngincer banner Kazuha, bapak saya meninggal jadi saya nggak bisa gacha, sedih. Allah. Bangke, salah gua nih. Aku make Geo nih, make anemo sorry. Geo gua nggak ini, nggak apa namanya. Geo nggak ngefek, Geo kan cuma buat pijakan pilar dudukan itu doang. Come on. Come on. Yes. Jadi menang night off 3 kali terus sampai sekarang masih apes. Heartbeat mulu dah. Tenang Pak. Ada masa di mana hoki itu bisa habis, hoki bisa naik. Gitu ada masanya.
You managed to bring out more of that fearless hero quality that time.
Salah gue yang pakai
My
geo
hard
guys.
work
Ingat
coaching you
pakai
has
anemo.
finally paid
Lebih
off.
efektif anemo kalau buat
This
traveler
method
tuh.
might not sound as sophisticated and exciting as the first
Pertama
two,
lebih efektif,
but
kedua
it's
lebih
the
cepat
most
cooldownnya.
popular choice for teaching beginners.
Lama kalau
Rigorous
itu,
rehearsal and
kalau
vocal
yang
training is at the core of this school of
listrik
thought.
lama banget 12
It
detik.
even works
Nggak
on
bener.
those whose performance
Nggak ada
lacks
bener-benernya itu.
emotional depth at first. As long as you practice diligently, with time, you will achieve mastery one way or another. Either your finely honed skills become a good substitute for innate talent, or the process of honing your skills cultivates genuine talent within you. People say that when you truly master the art of singing, even the birds and beasts will be drawn to your song. I know. I guess I still have a long road ahead of me when it comes to developing as a performer. Well, because even if I had, you wouldn't have put your heart into it. It's been written on your face this whole time. Just try and keep her occupied until the next show. Don't forget that acting is my bread and butter. Did you really think I wouldn't be able to see through it?
Paling nggak punya dua
Still,
jenis
this
tipe
is a rare
DPS.
opportunity,
Warna
and I
B5.
hope you have at
Ganyu sama
least learned
Yoimiya.
something from it
Yes,
about the beauty of the
bagus sih.
performing arts.
Ganyu aja dia nembak
The
tuh
operatic
mecah.
tradition carries
Yoimiya
countless
begitu ngeluarin
historical
skill
memories
nembak
within it.
sakit.
As long as the art is kept
Itu
alive,
sih
the
parah sih.
voices and faces of bygone heroes can be recreated on the stage for generation after generation.
Maika.
I hope that your voice and your face will make their mark on Liyue Opera too. Yes, as well as coaching you today,
Enak sih
I've
Pak,
also
tapi
been
kalau itu
closely
kalau punya
observing
Yoimiya punya
every
Ganyu
move
enak.
you make.
Ganyu itu kalau lu nge-build asal guys sakit. Yang penting crit damage aja tinggiin kalau kata temen gue, crit damage aja tinggiin sama crit rate-nya. Sakit pasti gitu. Masa harus wah ini harus semua ini semua nggak usah katanya. Penting lu ini aja hajar sikat ini. Hajar aja pakai ini, pakai apa? Pakai crit damage. Udah cukup katanya gitu. Ada lawan terus karena gue nggak pernah nyoba juga sih. Kamu ingat dasar dari metode terakhir?
Don't you think there's a striking similarity between you, who stood up
Nah,
for
kalau
Liyue
dia
and
punya
fought off
Yoimiya,
the
nah
god of
ini
old,
Genshin cocok buat
and the divine damsel in the play? With you as a
Cocoknya gimana
reference
tuh?
in mind, I'm sure I can
Nah, ada sih
finally
ini
make a
sih.
breakthrough in creating my own
Kemarin ngepul
adaptation
nggak
of this
dapet.
character.
Ban Kai.
Because as far as I'm concerned, the immersion method, drawing on life experiences, and imitating others are all valuable acting methods. Even if my every movement is rehearsed to perfection, I can't move the audience without conveying emotion. And even if I fully master the character's emotions, a little choreography will help make the performance more polished and appealing. Whatever the method is, as long as it offers something that can improve my performance, I will always give it a try. Thank you for trying them out as well. It means a lot to me. And congratulations on making it to the end of your first acting class.
Kapan cara kelulusan?
Graduation ceremony. I'm afraid that's still a long way in the future. For now, I hope to incorporate part of you into my performance of the Divine Damsel. But one day, I hope to write an opera all about you. When that day comes, I hope you will be able to join me on stage and give me some constructive criticism. It'll take a lot of
What's a
hard
good man?
work to reach the point where you're ready to go on stage. But I'll be here to keep you on track every step of the way. Here we go again. So old-fashioned. Then again, I suppose I will have to give you a lot of instruction along the way. And if I won't let you call me master, teacher, or coach, I've got to think of something you can call me. I've got it. You can call me mentor. What do you think?
Mentor. You're more like a girlfriend to me. Para pemeran merenungkan makna sandiwara, luangkan waktu dan berlatihkan lebih keras. Agar suatu hari nanti kalian bisa tampil bersama-sama. Mendoan katanya. Bukan begitu, kayaknya bisa main tipe DPS, charge attack, sama bisa sub DPS yang mainnya ultinya nggak asal juga. Iya sih, kalau gue ngambilnya asal sih, yang penting dapat crit damage-nya doang. Yang ngikutin gue ya guys ya, bukan contoh yang baik. Ntar gue mau ubah dulu si ini, si siapa namanya, caur kuda nih, si nganu ya, si nganu traveler. Oke, sebentar. Kita ganti karakter dulu guys. Traveler. Where's my traveler? Halo
There's
Vira.
still a long road ahead.
Harus ganti itu. Salah. Tunggu, salah guys. Maaf. Gunakan. Cuma kalau kerennya tinggi, tapi kalau ganyunya memang tipe charge attack, mau di-press intinya dia. Bener sih. Ubahlah kanemo. Kok berikan salah? Ubah kanemo lah. Taruh, saya ambil makan dulu, tunggu. Saya lapar. Saya malah dapat yang V. Bagus itu juga. What is my food? Mari. Ganya itu 11-12 sama Ayaka. Bisa main ulti atau charge attack. Wah, ada Ayaka sih. Tapi bukan akun yang ini, akun satunya ya. Yeah boy. Now, this is what I call food, man. Food. F-U-U-D, food. Sebentar. Goreng nih. Pasti bihun. Ya kebalik sih ya. Gara-gara. Food. Ya iya, food. Harus food. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Mulai guys, sebelum makan hari ini dari apa? Dari pagi menuju siang, siang menuju sore, sore menuju malam. Bismillah. Nice sekali. Nanti lagi. Makan. Makan. Mana tuh si Markus? Ini Markus. Yang sebenarnya tuh ente mau milih Raiden apa ya? Enggak, dua-duanya sih. Mending Kazuha sih kalau gua. Atau seseorang bisa nge-heal. Healnya kayak Jin tapi. Itu intinya. Kalau di akun ini sih enggak, tapi kalau di akun yang satunya ya, bukan yang ini, yang akun satunya, gue bakal ngambil Yaya sih. Soalnya Raiden Shogun gak bisa masak, males, gak guna. Kan ada yang ngambek deh, gue ngomong kayak gitu ada yang ngambek nih, ntar lagi tungguin aja, pasti mati nanti. Ngebug kayak itu otaknya si Raiden Shogun. Kual begini gimana kupuk nih, jadi kual enak. Aha, belum. Hai. Ya boy. Aduh. Jadi ya, mantap kan?
Can you put a few more adventurers on the case or something? The clock's still ticking
Aku pasti ya.
away.
Please have faith in
Saya
him.
juga pasti ya, tapi dia akun yang satunya
they
bukan akun yang
returned.
ini ya.
Yunning, we're back.
Eugene, are you okay? Are you hurt?
Sebenarnya
Do you
semoga
need
si
to go to
Rawan
the
gak dapet
pharmacy?
ya. Diodoainnya kebalik.
Oh, I'm fine.
Kazuha masih lama bro,
Don't need to
dan itu
worry.
belum ada info
When
di
it's
26
time
band
to go on
siap.
stage, I'll
Kalau nggak
be
Kazuha pokoknya yang bagus aja yang misalnya hero.
Look, I get it. You like to go out exploring. That's fine. But do you really have to go off thrill-seeking this close to the show? You have to take better care of yourself, okay? For all our sakes,
Yang buruk nggak boleh
the
loh.
opera troupe and for your audience.
Sebenarnya apa kalau sekali seumur hidup sih?
We're just lucky
Hanya
we had the
kesempatan
traveler
emas.
to help out. What if something had
Nah,
happened to
sekali
you?
seumur hidup.
What would I
Nah,
say to
sekali
our
seumur hidup.
audience?
well. I would say the best way to
Dan doa
make
itu
it out
harus
to our audience is
dua orang
to
yang
give them
teraniaya.
the best performance we can.
Terus dikabul.
Don't you agree? While I'm off stage, as long as there is something, anything I can do to improve my acting ability, even the slightest amount, I can't pass up the opportunity.
You know, Ugh, I don't know what to say anymore. Traveler, please, you tell her.
So, what's your honest opinion?
Ya aja deh, semoga si Rawan dapat Mona aja tuh. Dapat Mona lebih buruk.
Exactly. Just think of all the people coming from far and wide just to show you their support.
Why do you make it sound like they are coming to see me and not the show?
Well, same difference, isn't
Yuk,
it?
mau nggak? Saya sih nggak nolak ya.
I don't think so. They seem quite different to me. Well, either way, you're quite right. I mustn't let down our audience,
Kenapa ya bisa buat support?
especially those who came from afar.
Setuju.
And I certainly mustn't make you come out looking for me again. So I suppose I will
Yuk,
put my
bakal.
training exercises on hold for a while.
Whew, I'm glad to
Yuk,
know
bakar
that
siapa?
the brightest star in my troop is finally gonna
Belum.
start listening to reason. I'm gonna head back and see how the set is coming along. Don't go disappearing on me again.
All right, I'll head back and do some rehearsing. It's no substitute for first-hand experience. But Speaking of which, I haven't even thanked you
Yang salah
properly
Mona,
for
bos.
saving me. If you are free
Ada
after the
bagian sini yang
show,
belum
come and find me
punya
at
malah pengen Mona.
Tea House.
Why? Kenapa mereka mau ini? Mau Mona tuh kenapa? Mona isi tugas kok. Ini juga boleh nggak? Tidak bisa ya. Tidak boleh. Jin saya haramkan. Mana makanan Anda? Nasi goreng. Mau? Ini suapin. Ah yes, bener. Nasi goreng pakai kerupuk. Jam berapa tadi? Jam 8 ya? Soalnya elemen hydro baru sedikit doang. Tema kokomi yang baru itu betul sih. Bener sih. Hydro bisa hitung jari sebenarnya. Tatagea, Mona, Barbara. Terus itu siapa? Shingyu. Sementara nanti si Akabah Hayato tuh muncul dia.
The truth of this world. What could it be?
Saya hitung jari kalau itu mah. Hydro. Ada Mona Barbara. Aduh, Aneh tapi si Hayato ngibet. Lihat nih, ntar saya sekali gacha dapat Hayato nih. Saya kan orang hebat. Invisible Stair! Wow! Tangga yang luar biasa, guys. Gila! Mohon maaf.
One to tick off the bucket list. What an
That was
angelic
wonderful.
voice.
Tangga yang menghilang. Jadi Invisible Stair, yoi. Ya gue inget di phase 1 Hayato, phase 2 Ayaka sama Kazuha
really
lagi.
something.
Tapi ada yang bilang Venti rerun juga. Oh boleh, Venti trikiti-kiti.
Something else. Thrilling
Anjir.
performance.
Om pervert yang suka sama dia.
Before in my life. Your reputation is well deserved.
Well, I've had the pleasure of seeing the talented Miss Yun on stage many a time in the past, but the songs still sound fresh and new every single time. It's been barely a few days since I last saw you perform. Once again, Yun Jin, you've progressed by leaps and bounds.
Oh, you're far too
Itu
kind.
juga
Both of you.
suaranya juga nanti
To the profession.
kadang nanti
I
ada
promised
band-band lagi.
myself when I joined the troupe
Boleh.
that I would strive to develop myself as a performer every day. And I wouldn't be where I am now without everyone's
Gue masih belum
faithful
puas yang
support.
belum.
Nonsense. You're too humble, Miss Yun. You're a major celebrity. Who in Liyue hasn't heard the name Yun Jin?
In the circles I move in, anyone who says they've never seen Yun Jin on stage is at risk of getting laughed out of business. As it happens, I have a business meeting at the Xinyue kiosk with a client who is also a big fan of yours. So, I was wondering if
Belum
you'd
suruh apa lagi
perhaps
minum
like
Fall Guys
to
itu.
join us for the meal.
Ah, itu kayak kemarin.
Me too.
Main petak-umpet dibatasin, nggak seru.
At the Lioli Pavilion and was hoping you might join me.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to
Payah.
both of you, but I won't be able to make it. I'm very grateful for the invitations, but I'm afraid I already have arrangements for this evening. Isn't that right, traveler?
Okay, you have plans.
Ya, mungkin soalnya
but,
karakter monster kecuali
you're
map
really
sudah
gonna
monster
pass this
buka,
up?
maybe bisa
I
reroll
mean,
karakter monster.
you can always reschedule. Wait a second, you're...
Kan kalau lu udah jadi YouTuber top, gue dapet Ayaka top upin katanya. Iya. Jadi masih berkutat di daerah semua sama Liwe terus. Belum ntar yang itu. Coba
Well, I guess it's not going to work out today
Semeru
then.
kan belum. Terus kerebusnya
Maybe
masih
another
dikit,
day,
baru
Miss Yun.
105. Kita juga naik. Tungguin, yain aja katanya.
Huh. They took off pretty quick. Do they know something I don't? I guess I'll be leaving too. Wouldn't want to cramp your style.
Take care, both of you. Sorry that I can't see
Semua
you
dekat
off.
rumah mana? Rumah apa berarti?
Thanks for coming to my rescue. Again. Look at you. You're a national treasure. Even Gentry Moutsai is in awe of you. I feel a little sorry for Xinyue Kiosk and Liuli Pavilion. I
Sa
just
dalam
hope the
tasam
food
dibuka.
won't go to waste.
Guys.
I don't think we'd be able to get a seat this late. But it's fine. I have a better place we can go. Let's head downstairs. I owe you a big thank you tonight.
Sama Sumeru bersahabat tapi ya. Abang tanya, Indonesia besar nggak? Maaf, itu aja. Luas. Besar. Begitupun juga dengan Sumeru ya. Oh, maaf. Sumeru kalau nggak mikir sama Indonesia, wah. Genshin saya bubarin. Indonesia lebih besar makanya. Indonesia mah besar banget, buset.
angelic voice.
Oh, nanti Jasmine tidak menutup kemungkinan Dendro belum lulus. Bukan masalah Dendronya, bisa dapat ini apa enggak? Bisa dapat apa namanya?
Miss Yoon? Oh, wow, it's really you.
Mau game apa enggak itu aja?
I have just a few questions, if you don't
Ya
mind.
itu ya.
Hey, got
Ya mau muncul ya lo.
Oh, ditzy girl, you don't have a clue what you're doing.
Are you a journalist? If you'd like to arrange an interview, you'll have to liaise with my manager.
Sorry, Miss Yun. Don't mind her. She's just new and still learning the ropes. We'll leave you
Miss Yoon, I'm
Ini kalau
interested to
Dendro
know why
campur
you
idol
added a
gimana
silk
tuh?
dance to the scene where the divine
Tambah
dance
tinggi lah.
makes her
Kan
appearance.
akar.
Hmm?
Akar kalau kasih akar tambah dalam.
You noticed that?
Yes, based on the original script, that scene would see your character perform the Adeptus walk. But the addition of the silk dance meant that the whole way you carried yourself was so much more...
Animated.
Yes, but delicate and graceful like a crane.
Oh, sorry. Which publication are you from? How come I haven't met you before?
Oh,
Yo karakternya nanti gratis, yes. Bintang 5 gratis, yes.
yeah, we're from the Steambird. I am Boy Yi, the editor-in-chief. This young lady is sure you
Oh,
know
saya ambil minum
my
dulu.
journalist.
Tar.
We were based in Fontaine. Just recently we made the move back to Liyue.
My knees.
Oh, I see. You're from the Steambird. Then it's no wonder. Your journalist has clearly done her research.
That's very kind of you, but really, my level of knowledge is very basic compared to yours.
Hey, Miss Yoon is throwing you a bone here. Make the most of it, okay? Talk to her! Talk to her!
Actually, I'm afraid there's somewhere I need to be. And I'd really need to clear this interview with my manager.
Siya suruh mijitin lagi. Sorry guys. Gue habis mijitin emak dulu tadi. Aduh ya Allah. Allah. Halo Paki, what's up Ki? Abang ngasihan nggak bang? Nggak tahu. Ramai sekali ya ceritanya. Apa nih? Sudah ada janji dan aku coba kalau mau terima wawancara. Terus teman bahkan saja boleh bicara sama mereka.
But what about
Halo,
our
Git.
plans? Really?
Ada
Okay,
kirain sih
sure.
gitu. Apa sih Git ikut-ikut gitu.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Yoon.
Great. Thank you both kindly. Let's find a quiet place and get this interview underway.
Oh, I see. So that's why you added the silk
Ntar
dance
aku
in
lagi
this
live bentar.
scene.
Yes, exactly. Doing it this way not only allows for more physicality in my movement, it also means I can
Ada
make better
peralatan
use of
teman.
the stage and transition into the scene more quickly.
Ah, okay. So there was even more to it than I thought. So, wouldn't it make sense to contrast this
Soalnya
with the
pakai Coca-Cola
Dongtong
katanya.
Appassionato section that comes directly afterward by making the latter a little more sophisticated?
I think I know which section you're talking about.
Ah, sorry. What am I saying? This is a fixed formula, isn't it? My suggestion would completely break the format.
No, it's okay. It's an interesting idea for sure. I'll give it some thought. Thanks for the suggestion.
Really? Wow, I'm so honored.
Shuryun, maybe it's time to move on to some of the things our readers would like to know about.
Saya mau bon cabe makaroni lepas semua nih. Boleh?
Okay.
Mana?
I was also
Bang,
going to
Kira,
ask for
Kira
your
kenapa?
opinion on the set and the costumes.
Yes, well,
Pakai gue udah
I'm
bucin.
sure Miss Yun has countless pearls of wisdom she could share on her chosen craft.
Bang, lo touching. Mana sini?
But,
Mau
not
atas
all
mau
of our
bawah.
readers are
Saya pegang.
quite so, artistically literate, shall we say.
Pukul pedo.
A lot of them really just want to know more about you. You know, what does Yoonjin do when she is off stage?
Excuse me? When I'm off stage?
Ada gitu tuh.
You know,
Terus
you're
nabrak.
a major celebrity, and a lot of our readers are interested to know what life is like
Ini
for
nabrak
you.
terus nabrak.
What kind of place you live in, what kind of
Pukul pedo.
things you eat,
Hashtag pukul pedo.
clothes you wear, things you buy. That
Saya
whole side of
ngurusin
things. A day
badak.
in the life.
Besides
Padahal buku masih bisa
rehearsing,
lawan kali.
a day in my
Jangan.
life isn't really
Sampai
any
dulu
more
dia kuat.
interesting than anyone
psikopat nih.
else's.
Nonsense.
gue mau
Of course
pisau.
it is. Just think
Gak,
how many
jadi
people
pisau
you
nggak usah
met to
takut sama
show
pisau.
earlier. They
Pisau
come
mau
from
tolong
all over
Argentina ngapain
just to
takut?
show their support. In fact,
Tebas tuh bang
a
kaki.
relative of mine has a daughter who's been saying she wants to broaden her horizons recently. She's been looking for a chance to give you a jade hairpin
nonton
as
apa,
a
Kuy?
gift.
Males ah, mau kencan aja mau Yunjin.
It's against the rules of the opera troupe to accept private gifts from patrons. Could
Opera
someone out
troupe,
there be
saya mau
accepting gifts for the
masuk
troupe under
anda.
false pretenses? I must get Yunning to look into it.
I mean, it wasn't a big deal.
Kayak bingung
Just
deh,
something
ini.
she said. Forget I brought it up. So, I saw Gentry Maltsai and the Snezhnayan gentleman come down from upstairs. Are they
Siapa, Ki?
patrons of your shows
Biarin.
too? So, what are your thoughts on Snezhnaya and the Fatui?
Ugh.
Satar.
I'm sorry. This is my first interview, and my notes are becoming a total mess. I might need a moment to pause and reorganize them a little. Otherwise, I'll never be able to work all this into an article. Mr. Boy, maybe you should take a look too.
Cukma itu apa?
Don't be
Nggak tahu.
ridiculous.
Apa?
Stopping an interview halfway through to organize your
Tidak.
notes? What are you talking about? Hey, all right.
Astagfirullah.
Miss Yun, we'll just be a moment.
Oh. I'm fine. It's not the first time I've been asked questions like these. The last time it happened, Yunming stopped the interview for me. But the next day, the tabloids were full of articles like dramatic exit, Yunjin storms out of interview, and Miss Ladida opera star is too good for our questions. Yeah. So from then on, Yunming said all interview requests have to go through her. I used to think I could hold the troupe together just by putting on a good performance. But now, I have to make sure I concentrate on my actions off stage too. Oh, you mean Fanarya and that crowd? I cherish them as members of my audience too. There aren't many people like them who can appreciate all the nuance in a single viewing. How did Shuryun end up working with an editor like that guy? Something feels wrong there. Ugh. They could be back at any moment, so I should stay here for now. But could you go look into it for me?
Sini sadat dulu kata biar tenang.
If you find out anything, come straight back here and let.
Segabut-gabutnya bapak gue malah ke Surabaya terus olahraga. Surabaya kali, bukan Surabaya.
How can you be so cruel to Miss Yun?
Shh, keep your voice down. Whatever you got to say, it can wait until we're out of earshot.
Tidak terasa saat dicabut gue gila.
Kamu ganti avatar di Roblox.
Iya, kenapa? Iya dong. Kalau ngajar pakai gitu, ampun
What's wrong
banget.
with you? Why can't you get it into your head? Quit asking dull questions and start thinking about how to win over our readers. Do I make myself clear?
Ada video tapi males banget. Abang tadi baru ngupload Mega Man.
I don't think you realize what a golden opportunity you have here. How many journalists would give anything they had to trade places with you right now? Huh? Ever think about that?
You just don't get it. Miss Yun has put her heart and soul into...
Enough! Stop yelling in public!
Oh,
Or do you want Miss Yun to hear about all the lies you're spreading about her?
Me? You're the one making everything up.
Ah, well, you sure seemed pretty happy chatting to her, so don't act like
Gua kasihin kemarin bro.
And don't forget the contract you
signed.
Come. We'll continue our little chat over there. You need to listen and learn.
Apa bang viral deh. TO apa anda? Time out. TO itu time out. DO itu drop out. Untung saya Batman ya kan, titisan Batman nih. Ngef. Keren nge-freeze. Wah Paki.
Are you ready to
Ini gue
stop
cewek
whining now? Do you have any idea how rare an opportunity like this is for a small-time paper like ours? Just think of the sales if we can get an exclusive. We'd have enough to cover your salary for 2 lifetimes.
But what about us pretending to be from the Steam Bird? Aren't you worried she'll find out?
You really think she still would have talked to you if I hadn't told that little white lie? Besides, what have you got to be afraid of? As long as we make it sound like an eyewitness account, how will she be able to refute it? Heck, if she actually presses the issue, I'll probably have to thank her for keeping it current for me.
This is horrible. I will not let you treat Miss Yun like this.
I don't know who she thinks she is anyway.
Oh, I sang a couple of shows, so now I'm a national superstar.
Give me a break. No one wants to read about your sopranos or your falsettos.
Kasar.
We
Sumpah
give
kalau
the
dia
readers
Paki,
what they
kalau
want.
ada Paki
That's how this
bikin
business
gak seru
works.
katanya ya.
Case in point, that blonde guy seemed to be getting along pretty well
Itu
with your
panggilnya
June. There's
sengaja
definitely a
kalau
story
mau
there,
gembak.
even if there isn't.
Apakah harus?
That's enough. I'm reporting you to the Millilith.
Report me? What for? Libel? Identity theft? Good luck with that. I haven't written anything. Where's your proof? You better tread carefully, Missy. First, you neglect your own duties, and now you're trying to get in the way of mine? You signed the contract. You know full well the consequences. If you sabotage this interview, I will make sure you lose everything you have. I will ruin you. You understand?
Why? Oh, why did I sign that contract?
Enggak asik dia Theo.
Well, think very carefully about what you're going to do. This is a rare opportunity. Now, I need to think how to phrase these interview
Tapi nanti dia
questions.
busuk. Kamu mau dengan senang hati ya.
Hey, wait!
Wan, pantek ke? Pantek. Masuk sih orang udah seru tuh. Jangan godain itu si Vira, itu masih gadis, Dia di mana? Lah, di sini mana? Oh, di situ di bawah. My baby, my beloved. Allah.
Did you find anything
Tuan lu
else?
sih, udah konsum katanya. Oke, gitu dia.
I see. I knew there was something fishy about that editor-in-chief. Not yet. All he's done so far is ask a few questions. There's nothing in print yet. The Millilith wouldn't be able to do anything even if we got them involved. Besides, if we rush to report him now, it's only going to give him more material to write about. You're right. But tabloids like theirs never have permanent offices and printing presses. The moment they hear anything, they'll disappear without a trace. You've got no chance of catching them.
Sih, tapi gue mah aja. Kan ada sih.
I'm actually more concerned about another detail you told me. Would you be willing to do me another favor? I want to send a letter to that journalist. Great. Thank you. The editor should be here soon, so I'll stay here to deal with him. I'll have to rely on you to deliver the letter.
Nonton sate kan? Iya deh. Bang ngapain ya? Bosan ngapain?
If everything goes well, we should be able to get some breathing room for a while.
Si Gedi Koar tuh. Manya si Gedi Koar. Nah, si Gedi Koar teh nah. Pak harus turun? Jangan dong. Ini bentar lagi saya mau ate nih, bentar lagi. Gue ada 3 sahabat. Apa? Tapi saya stay halal. Bodoh gue lihat lah. Kok namanya begitu sih?
I've had it with you. Do you think contracts are just bits of paper?
Gue jadi panas kenapa?
If we weren't on a tight deadline, you'd better believe I'd fire you right here on the spot. You will stay here and reflect on your actions if you know what's good for you. Sorry, but I'm not babysitting you anymore today.
Oh, what am I going to do?
Paham mereka begitu.
You're the one who was with Miss Yun earlier. Oh, really? Miss Yun wrote me a letter?
Pan bimbingan
I'll read it right away.
Apanya berapa Anda?
Miss Yun says that under Liyue law, any penalty charge I have to pay may not substantially exceed the amount of my salary. You can't have a labor contract that would completely bankrupt the employee in the event of a breach. It's not legally binding. So not only can he not get any money off of me, I can take this contract to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and blow the whistle on him.
Lu tahu
Think about
apa
any
enggak
of
sih?
this when
Nggak
I
tahu.
was job hunting. I just signed the
Pakai
contract
mau
without a second thought.
sewa
I
rumah
always thought
berapa
Miss
Ki?
Yun was all about opera. Who would have thought she was such a legal expert? If only I hadn't gone out of my way to get Miss Yun's attention in the first place, none of this would have happened. I didn't expect it to end up with
jangan
Miss
ikut
Yun
ikutan.
helping fix my life problems. Well, Mr. Boyi says I'm still on probation, so he won't tell me where their work location is. Plus, I give all my draft articles straight to him, so I don't have anything in the way of it. But the letter says that my statement and the contract are enough to get the Millilith looking
Itu
into
itu
it. If Miss Yun says so, I'm sure she must be right. Let's go confront him right now.
mana itu? Oh, Boy. Lontong sate. Sia jadi kabudak detik Aisyah. Laporkan Ki. Bere si Gedina berekeun skateboardna disumputkeun kasih Ki penting aja lo biar nganter jamus kayak yang gak bener. Itu saudara yang tidak benar, tahu tidak kau?
Okay, I think I've covered this topic pretty thoroughly now. Unless you had any more questions?
Well, what can I say, Miss Yun? You have so many wonderful qualities. Let's not quit while the ball's rolling, huh? Otherwise, I'll think of something I didn't ask later, and by then, it'll be too late. So, hey, where's that, friend of yours who was here earlier? You guys seemed, pretty close. Not intentionally avoiding the interview, surely.
You're finally back. This poor gentleman's been waiting for you.
You're with Shiryun? Hey, what's going on here? Hey, Shiryun, don't forget the contract you signed.
The traveler clued me in. This contract you made me sign? It isn't worth the paper it's written on.
Isn't worth the paper it's written on? Don't be ridiculous. It's all there, clear as day. Don't you think I did my research?
Research? Oh, so you're a news editor. But you also have an interest in law?
Yeah, she's new, and she's making a fool of herself. She doesn't get how this all works. My apologies. Now, back to our interview?
No, it's okay. In fact, I found myself delving into some legal texts recently. It's all so intricate and complicated that it's very difficult to take it all in. The contracts of our opera troupe are a case in point. I'd finally finished reading through the relevant documentation from the Yuehai Pavilion when suddenly the Qixing announced a new interpretation. So I'm just curious. How can you be completely sure that you didn't miss anything when you were researching this?
I'm pretty sure I read everything relevant.
Under current legislation, the penalty terms in my labor contract are unreasonable and exploitative. I could report you to the Millilith for extortion.
Nonsense! That's ridiculous!
My goodness. Sir, it seems that we should probably bring this interview to a close here.
Don't listen to her. I run a legitimate business. Everything we do is above board.
Oh, I have no doubt about that at all, sir. But this reminds me of a case I read about not long ago. Once you get reported and the Millilith starts scrutinizing your business, well, not only do they look into every license you have and every work you've ever published, but everything down to your fire safety policy will come under their magnifying glass as well. So if you don't get back now and start preparing for their arrival, well, I mean, I don't mind continuing the interview at all. But I'd hate to take up too much of your precious time if there's any aspect of your business you want to double-check from a legal standpoint.
You? I won't forget this!
Hey, where do you think you're going? Miss Yun, why did you stop me? Right, and the contract I have is enough to get him arrested, isn't it?
I'm not a legal expert. I haven't the faintest idea. All that was just an act, aimed at getting him to show us the way.
An act? Show us the way to what? Eugene, the Millilith are after him. Based on his movements, it looks like Boyi is heading back to his headquarters. I really hope they teach these tabloids a lesson they won't forget. It'd sure make my life a lot easier.
Yes, I had Yunning report to the Millilith while you were delivering the letter for me. The penalty terms in Shiryun's contract are too severe. Even if they don't violate the law, I'm sure he must be taking advantage of some loopholes. Anyone who works like that is sure to have a guilty conscience. So all I had to do was put on a little show, starring the editor-in-chief of the Steambird. And now, he is sure to lead us to the solid evidence. Well, acting has to be authentic to be believable.
Their little publication will go out of business in no time. Good riddance, I say. I hope this gets the other tabloids to rein in their antics too. Hey, here's a thought. Maybe we could get him to rat on some of his rival publications. I only just realized what this means.
Gini. Gue nggak tahu di kisah Nabi ada apa enggak, tapi gue pernah dengar satu cerita. Kalau nggak salah ada perempuan yang ngejual diri demi sesuap nasi, itu ada gitu loh. Jadi di dalam agama itu dia pengen berhenti sebenarnya. Sebenarnya gimana? Apa sih namanya? Menurut agama gimana gitu. Tapi kalau saya melakukan pekerjaan ini, kalau saya nggak bisa makan. Lu tahu apa kata Ustadz itu? Tahu nggak? Kata dia begini. Jalanin aja dulu sampai kamu nemu pekerjaan yang lebih baik, baru kamu pergi gitu. Ya selama gimana ya, secara agama memang betul nggak ini, memang betul nggak boleh, bener nggak boleh kalau untuk ngejual diri gitu kan. Tapi kalau terpaksa dalam artian membutuhkan uang banget dengan cara tidak mencuri ya, dengan cara seperti itu ya mau nggak mau gitu loh, mau nggak mau gitu. Kata Ustadz itu ya jalanin aja dulu sampai kamu nemu kerjaan yang lebih baik, pindah baru gitu. Sebenarnya nggak dibolehin, tapi kalau terpaksa ya mau gimana kan gitu. Kita nggak bisa maksa. Kalau misalnya ambillah misalnya dia keluar dari itu, dari pekerjaan dia yang sekarang jeder gitu, terus dia nyari kerjaan lain nggak dapet mau gimana? Yang mau ngebiayain siapa? Temennya kan nggak mungkin gitu maksudnya. Jadi ya bertahan dulu maksudnya, bertahan dulu di situ. Ya kamu udah bagus katanya, bertahan dulu di situ. Terus kalau udah nemu kerjaan yang lain baru pindah gitu. Ya lo kalau nggak peduli diam aja bang gitu. Gue pernah dengar cerita ini, bener kan? Iya itu. Intinya orang yang dibayar buat I know. Kira nggak usah ngerti, nanti nggak boleh main sama. Harusnya tuh orang anaknya broken home. Si pakai pengen kujitak aja katanya. Iya broken home. Jadi dia tuh butuh ngidupin keluarga nggak salah. Kayak dia terpaksa ngejalanin ini katanya.
Well, would you still be interested in submitting an article to the Steambird?
Jual diri tuh secara paksa. Ya mau nggak mau dia harus ngidupin keluarga. Soalnya kan that's the only way you get a big box. Dapetin ide sama salah satu jalan dari situ.
Yunning,
ya,
when can we arrange the
mungkin
next interview?
Pertama karena lulusannya SMA kali.
So now you're asking me. 2 days from now, morning.
Aku nanya ke Vira bang.
Okay.
Bukan rumah rusak.
Let's continue our discussion about
bukan rumah rusak. Bukan itu keluarga hancur.
Does this mean I get to do a full feature interview with you? Okay, I think I know what I want to write about. Thank you, Miss Yun.
Don't mention it. I'm sure it will be a source of inspiration for both of us.
Bukan family dong. Teman sejati bagaikan jarum ditemukan jerami, sejuta moral lebih kembang dicari dalam persoalan banyak saat. Betul. Dah, saya mau farming arte pucak dulu ya. Arte pucak mana nih? Tentunya cerai katanya. Ada yang bisa dibilang cerai dengan yang bisa dibilang cerai, yang bisa dibilang tinggal meninggal kayaknya, tinggal mati lah. Bisa kuciyo sih waktu itu. Bapak Trial, gila. Serem sekali Bapak Trial. Sabenya sawawi siwawa. Yambe. Yambe. Temu dari Steambird. Oh, Steambird bawah. Mana ya Rawan? Saya mau ini. Kalau punya teman yang pernah, kalau punya teman yang pernah suicide gimana Bang? Maksudnya pernah nyoba bunuh diri? Comfort. Kalau punya teman yang ini, yang apa, yang pernah ingin mencoba untuk bunuh diri, jangan dibiarin sendiri. Jangan ditinggalin sendiri. Gitu. Kalau ada teman yang pernah mencoba untuk melakukan hal bunuh diri gitu, jangan ditinggalin sendiri. Temenin kemana-mana lu ini aja, lu ajak pergi kemana-mana. Kalau temennya cewek nggak apa-apa, ajak pergi aja kemana-mana. Misalnya, oh yuk kita main misalnya. Kita main ke ini, kemana namanya? Ke rumah aku, rumah gue, yuk kita main ke rumah gue gitu. Ya, biar dia tahu, oh ini orang nih perhatian, peduli gitu. Jadi orang yang mau bunuh diri itu ya sama aja kayak Naruto lagi kecil. Kan diasingin ya gitu, dia diasingkan gitu loh. Gitu. Ingat, menjadi sendiri itu lebih sakit daripada disakiti. Orangnya periang tuh kalau ada gue. Kalau nanti disangka yang aneh-aneh, enggak lah. Bilang aja nih orang, lo kalau disangka yang aneh-aneh bilang aja, lo orang mau coba bunuh diri, lo mau coba ngibur nggak? Bisa nggak? Gituin aja. Kalau dia diam, udah lu tinggalin. Kenapa? Orang kayak gitu nggak worth it, man. Nggak worth it. Ini teman gue cewek, dia mau coba untuk bunuh diri. Pertanyaan gue, kalau emang lu nyangkain gue macam-macam, lu coba hibur dia sampai ketawa. Gituin aja. Kalau bisa, nah lu bawa gitu. Kalau mereka diam, berarti mereka nggak bisa. Mereka nggak worth it untuk jadi pendamping perempuan itu. Ya udah, maksud gue. Gitu. Bang, Vira emang kalau mencetak dari Madura bisa sampai ke Bandung? Bisa. Kan ada pintu kemana saja sekarang. Hati-hati. Ntar aja deh gue nge-postnya. Jadi waktu gue nangis di serial, dia datang tenangin gue, tiba-tiba malah ketawa. Makanya orang kalau mau bunuh diri tuh dihibur, di-cheer up. Kalau nggak dihibur, dibikin ketawa. Udah itu aja. Jadi biar dia lupa sama bebannya dia. Orang kalau udah bunuh diri tuh udah empet loh sama hidupnya. Dia udah empet loh, sumpah. Udah empet sama hidupnya sendiri. Udah muak, udah nyah gitu. Pengen nyah lah gitu. Serius. Dia kalau udah nyah lah gitu. Udah kesel banget gitu loh. Maksudnya istilah itu udah benar-benar kesel. Udah nyah lah gitu. Pernah gak sih kalau teman mau cerita tapi ketawa mulu jadi ketularan ketawa? Iya.
Are you ready to stop whining now? Do you have any idea how rare an opportunity like this is for a small-time paper like ours?
Kamu pacar yang pernah nyoba suicide?
Think of the sales
if we
can get an exclusive. Would have enough
Ini
to cover
pedo
your
katanya.
salary for 2 lifetimes.
But what about us pretending to be from the Steambird?
You really? As long as we.
This is horrible.
I don't know who she's thinking. No one wants to
Punya
read
nyoba.
about your
Kalau
sopranos or
punya
your falsettos.
pernah nyoba
We give the
suicide gimana
readers
bang?
what they want. Case in point, that blonde.
That's
Kalau pernah
enough.
nyoba suicide,
Report me. What for?
jangan.
You'd better tread carefully, Missy.
Kalau misalnya lu
First,
ini
you
lu punya
neglect your
beban
own duty.
hidup yang
You
berat,
signed the.
jangan sekali-kali lu nyoba suicide, man.
Who's there? Oh, it's you. What do you want?
I'll spread a lovely little story about you and Yunjin throughout all of Liyue.
Wait a second. I was so focused on Miss Yoon earlier that I didn't notice who it
Ini
was.
cewek yang pernah nyoba. nyoba suicide gimana?
Hah?
Pernah
What are you
cewek
talking about?
nyoba suicide, jangan ditinggalin.
The
Comfort
traveler.
terus.
You know, the one who even
Bang mau turun.
chased
Tadi saya
you.
nyariin Anda.
What the?
No need to get all worked up here. Yes.
Bang, fenomen
quite
petasan di
right.
RSG
You
biar
are quite right. I'm disappearing into thin air as...
gitu guys.
Just might.
I'm so sorry. But I'm so ashamed.
Si Raun
I don't know how I could face
balik lagi ke
Miss Yun
sini.
now. So
Emot ketik alay banget.
please pass on my
Tuh.
apologies to her.
Itu. Kalau punya pacar yang ini, enggak, aku lagi download video buat ditonton. Sini, bantu saya nyari ini, Arve Tacak. Buat enchants. Tadi Bang Gedi kalau
Did you
ngetik
find
pakai emot
anything out?
telat katanya. Enggak dong. Enggak ada terlambat
I
nih.
see. Well, it's
Better
not
late than never.
unexpected. It's just a bit of a shame
Itu,
that I
Gen.
didn't get to talk with
Punya
Shiryun for
pernah punya
longer.
pacar yang ini yang
She
suicide,
genuinely understands
di comfort
opera
terus,
and has a
temenin
passion
terus.
for it.
Dia mau kemana-mana ada
It's
ini.
not something you can act. If I had the chance to talk with her more in depth, it could well.
Eugene.
Sama tinggal sayonara adios goodbye.
Did you agree to another interview without notifying me?
Adios amigos. Apa artinya? Bilang adios aja.
These tabloid types are total scumbags, all of them. Who knows what innocent detail he might end up
Seram
turning into the next
sekali
big
pembicaraan.
scandal. Sure, nothing might have come of it today, but who knows where it'll go tomorrow. Short of catching them all in their lair in one fell swoop, who knows when this is going to end.
I'm sorry.
Get lo spam yang sama sekali lagi di ini nama bot lo, Get.
Well, wallowing isn't gonna solve anything. Come on,
Nah kan?
go tell
Apa gue
everyone in the
bilang?
troop to be
Di ini kan
extra
nama
cautious
netbot.
during this time.
Apa gue bilang? Nah kan?
Gee,
Nah
oh
kan?
Lord bless us. Spare us any more
Kan Bang Get
offstage
ala gitu.
drama.
Tapi enakeun gitu. Nah kan Get gue bilang apa ya? Jangan nge-spam yang sama. Nah kan? Habiskan lo. Aduh. Ngetes baru. Menghela napas menatapi nasib. Sepertinya Jin akan sibuk untuk sementara waktu. No, my beloved. Why? Mati. Emotional demit katanya. Nah ini untuk buka, oke. My beloved, no. My beloved. Nah ini, tamu dari Steam Bread. Mata sayu, bau katanya. Siapa yang?
Miss Yoon? Oh wow, it's real.
Hey, get back here. Oh,
Are you a journalist?
sorry, Miss Yun.
Miss Yoon, I'm interested.
You noticed that?
Yes, based on the original script,
Wang Sir.
that scene would see your
Entah
character
kita
perform
atau
the dance walk.
pakai.
But the addition of the
Kukira-
silk dance meant that the whole way you
Toke
carried
katanya
yourself
bilang.
was so much more.
Bang main
so much
Bloodborne.
more-
Bloodborne itu apa?
Animated.
Yes,
PC kah?
yes.
Ntar itu nggak ada
But
yang tamat ya.
delicate and graceful like a
Nggak tahu kok
crane.
apa nggak Bloodborne. Karena
Oh,
laptop saya bukan laptop
sorry.
gaming sih.
Which publication are you from? How come I haven't met you before?
Oh,
Atas ya badag.
Yeah, we're from the Steambird. I am Boy Yi, the editor-in-chief. We were based in Fontaine.
Oh, I see. You're from... Then it's no wonder.
that's.
Hey, Miss Yoon is throwing you a bone here. Make the most of it, okay? Talk to her. Talk to her.
Actually, I'm afraid there's somewhere I need to be. And I'd really need... Yes, you're right. I'm very sorry, but the Steambird is a highly reputable public...
But... Fair enough. Sorry if we're...
Yes, I'm coming.
Hey, wait! That's the wrong way if you wanted to talk to my manager. Oh well, never mind. I have a friend who works for a paper. I'll ask them later. For now, though, the top now that I think about it, I've turned down... Come with me. Our plan is the only one remaining.
Mampus kayang tadi. Sakit loh pinggang kalau main kayang. Ya, main kayang tuh begitu kan, yang terbang gitu. Kayangan. Sakit loh itu. Terus motong jalan. Salah satu kalian saya kayang. Kayang doang. Handstand dong.
Yes, Cherhu Rock is definitely the place to go after a... Oh? So you're a regular in Cherhu Rock too, huh?
Dari master kayang. Makan aja kayang.
Third round knockout has a great view. It's the perfect place to drink some tea and listen to a good
kayang. Mana bisa makan kayang.
It's also a favorite.
Handstand dong kalau berani. Masa cowok kayang, cowok handstand. Cewek kayang.
At the same time, it's lacking a little pizzazz.
Dulu gue bisa handstand jalan.
Hey,
sekarang bebannya bobotnya udah naik.
His grilled tigerfish is the best around. Third round knockout and enjoying some nice food.
Sana bobot saya nggak naik. Pasti. Ayo sudah. Kayang tanya kena muka.
Oh, hey there. Is this a Miss Yoon, which I see before?
It's
been a while. What'll it be? The usual?
Yes, please. I'm out with my friend today. Let's start with a plate of stir-fried meat and a handful of skewers. And of course, some grilled tigerfish. 2, please. One with just a hint of chili. And the other one,
Got it. Your grilled tigerfish will be ready soon.
Do
you want any drinks with that? Yeah, I don't advertise it though, because it's just something I'm experimenting around with for fun. Miss Yoon likes to drink with her barbecue, so I ended up getting her to try them out for me. So, would you two like some tea, or?
Anything new?
Well, I managed to scrounge some milk from Dongshong next door. A merchant from Mondstadt told me a while back that there's this popular drink doing the rounds there called milk tea. I tried my hand at making it too, but the response has been kind of lukewarm. Still way off being ready to add to my menu.
Tea with milk? Sorry, milk tea? It might not be the best thing for my throat, but if I'm just having a little taste, I mean, I think it should be fine. Oh, but what about you? Anything you want to drink? Okay, let's get yours in first. And then, I'll have one of each if that's all right. I'd like to try them all.
Okie dokie. And here's your tigerfish, fresh off the grill.
Come on, let's enjoy it while it's still hot. Piping hot barbecue and a nice cool drink is the best sensation. That was great. Shame about these drinks, though. I only had a little sip of each
kalian
one,
kalau
so
memuaskan,
there's a lot
ya iya
left
lu
over.
dari awal udah ngakhirin duluan ngasih D sialan.
I mean, I could just drink them, but they're a little bland for me.
Keyboard
Nothing that
kemam.
special. I guess he must have toned down the flavors
think
to
I
make
know
them
that word.
palatable for a wider range of customers. Could
Bitch!
just add some flavor back in.
Ternyata cuma dibalik.
In fact, do you know the hot pot game? Let's play the hot pot game with the leftover drinks. I'll add some extra ingredients based on my tastes, then you try to guess what I added. Sound good? Don't
Paling
worry.
kaya nggak?
After
Dari
mixing in the
tipu.
new ingredients,
Paling kaya.
I'll also drink half. So we don't need to worry about every last detail. Come on, I'll go grab some ingredients.
Udah
from the
dewa
shop.
kayang guys katanya. Capek. Bicara dengan Jin. Jinnya di mana? Oh.
Okay, get
Siap
ready.
paling kaya.
Oh, and no peeking. It's ready. Let me try it first. Pretty good. Your turn.
Request agad. Si paling dewa.
Huh? Oh, just regular facial expression control. Besides, it's nothing that unusual. I think it tastes okay, doesn't it?
Kaset to dulu biar aman. Kaset to udah bau banget.
So did you work out what ingredients I added?
Let me see.
Close, but not quite.
Shit. Close again. 2 kali gua close. Sial.
We can try some more combinations next time.
Oh my god, so cringe.
I wonder what kind of new flavors I could create with some more traditional teas, like pine nectar or snow blossom. I can't wait to try it out. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Huh. Well, people do often say that getting deep into a character is about identifying the part of you that is similar to them and bringing that into the performance. So in that sense, I can't say it's incorrect to conflate an actor and the characters they play on some level. But there are many more sides of me than the few you see on stage. So ultimately, yes, I am not the same person on stage as I am off stage. Sometimes, when I get letters from people, I can tell from the way they write that they see me as someone cold and aloof. I can write back, but I have to be very careful about what I say. Likewise, when I get invited along to banquets and so on, I have to make sure to keep myself calm and composed the whole night.
Balsam. Pergi masih sakit, poles balsam.
You think so? So you prefer the way I am on stage too? It's fair enough. After all, every detail of my onstage presence, from the songs to the costumes and makeup, is carefully crafted for maximum appeal. And I've worked hard to try and cultivate an image that appeals to everyone, regardless of age or gender. But if I can't lighten up and joke around, even with my closest friends when I'm off stage, that's a real bummer. Never mind. Talking about this is just going to kill the mood. Tonight was about me showing my gratitude to you. So, did you have a good time? Like something to remember the evening by? A souvenir, perhaps? Anything you can think of? Okay, here you go. Well, people ask me for autographs all the time. Usually what they want is a signed picture of me on stage. Apparently that makes it more valuable. Yunning suggested that I keep a bunch of them on hand at all times to make things easier.
Ah, yes! That one is a picture from the Divine Damsel of Devastation. I have one just like it on my wall at home.
Hey, are you guys talking about Miss Yoon's autograph photos? I have one in the store too.
Well, what do you think? Is this souvenir valuable enough for you?
Yang pantas dikenang mungkin bukan sebatas lembar foto bertanda tangan. Yep. Making mistake there. Satu lagi yang belum. Oh, mana? Harus botol itu. Ya nggak gitu dong. Enter orang-orang botak. Ente disomasi orang-orang botak lo. What's this? Oh yeah.
We can try some more combinations. I wonder what kind of new flavors I can't wait to try it out. I'm getting... Well, people do often say that getting deep into a character, so in that sense, I can't say it's incorrect, but there are many more sides. Sometimes, when I get letters, I can write back, but... I bought you one drink, okay? That's not a license for you. Well, never mind. All I was trying to say. I mean, if we hadn't had the chance to hang out and chat like this tonight, there are things about you I might never have gotten to see.
Wah, gua nggak tahu istilah ciga-ciga, gua nggak tahu. Gua tuh yang ciga tuh yang kecika. Tahu itu. Cicak bermesraan coba. Gimana nih cicak bermesraan? Misalnya seperti pengembara perkasa terhormat yang mencoba menemukan dengan teliti. Aku juga akan mengira kamu serius penyamuk.
Me? Serious? On stage, I guess.
Cicak aja bermesraan. Kapan? Gila.
Just think of me as another one of your friends. Just one who happens to have a flair for the dramatic. So, friend, what shall we get a photo? You sounds good.
Astaga. Foto Yunjin. Yes! My baby Dale. No, salah gua. My baby Dale. Sepenich. Who's this? Ah, nice. Yeah, baby girl. Uptown what? She's been living in the uptown. Filma, kira balik lana filma rozak tanah dong. Filma mah minyak. Oke. Filma.
It looks good. I hope whenever you look... Hold on. How is one photo going to be enough? We'll both... You take this one, and I'll take another photo of you. But could you find another location for... I'll join you in a moment.
Fayun slope. Apa nih? Kasi disuruh ko Fayun slope. Apa nih? Pasti something. Maperjukan makan. Mau po makan apa? Fayun slope. This is Fayun slope. Bot, silakan ditindak.
Sorry to keep you waiting so long. The view here is great.
Vira yang bertindak bukannya bot.
The buildings, it's the ideal spot. I could see you chose it carefully.
Hahaha, ini mah. Soalnya bot nggak bisa bertindak kalau ucapan kasar sih.
Okay.
Ngerti nggak
Strike a pose and close your eyes. Yes, please. Quickly now.
Kamu mendengar rentetan suara berderit seperti penyangga kayu yang dibuka lalu diletakkan di tanah. Kamu mendengar beberapa langkah ringan, kemudian ikuti dengan suara Yunjin di dekat telinga.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes.
I thought she was gonna kiss me. With my piggy bag. Padahal lagi sakit perut. Minum entrostop. Oh, bener dong kalau ini terus apa pasti seperti ini. Sini aku cek ya. Dah dulu ya. Kita aibnya udah dulu sampai di sini, ya kan? Soalnya saya mau ngecek dulu nih, kan? Cek dulu nih. Nah, gue yang langsung berfoto nama sama Yunjin lah. Tuh udah satu, udah harus juta langkah. 386 lock nih Loki tuh. Bangke nggak dapet, tewas aja. Lewat radio ku persembahkan dua doang, astaga. Ku aja kau siapa mau kau jangan atuh. Ini aja deh. Nice, cuma 3 sih ya. 2-3 sendok es krim itu lah anak saya nggak jelas. Tiga sendok es krim anak saya nggak jelas. Point. Wait, sebentar. 30% dari ada ya sial. Itena. Udah ya, saya off dulu sampai sini dulu guys perjumpaannya. Jangan lupa like, comment, share, dan subscribe. Terima kasih ya buat yang udah datang. Hari ini ada Nevin, Irawan, Jack Ripple, Mal Jabar, Gedi, Faki, dan Vira ya. Vira ya. Oke, saya sebenarnya nggak mau berakhir live stream, tapi karena Irawannya udah pergi, ya saya nggak bisa lagi nyomot ini, nyomot apa namanya, nyomot. Aku mau udah ada udah punya pacarnya, kita parkin Gedi yuk ya. Oke, terima kasih, sampai jumpa di live stream dan video berikutnya. Gacha live stream kali ini sangat menyenangkan. Sampai jumpa.